Greetings, hello, and welcome everyone to another episode of Cosmic Crit. My name is Tyler, I play a Dross, and I get to welcome you to episode 52. It was a fun episode, I really enjoyed recording this one, and the crew got to learn a lot about what's going on in this little adventure. Well, the crew did, and Dross really not so much. Severe amounts of whoosh going over his head. But before we get into the episode, I do want to issue a quick reminder about the fan challenge that's going on through September and October. It's the Shipbuilder Challenge, and we are challenging our fans to build the Tier 1 starship that the new crew in Season 2 will start with. So build a Tier 1 starship, give it some history, give it some oomph, give it some pizzazz, because the ship is as much of a character as anybody that we're going to make for Season 2. So we're very excited to see what everybody comes up with. We love these fan challenges, and everybody is always surprised at how creative people can be. But that's enough business. Let's get to the fun stuff, because it's episode 52.
Gnak Trap. Last time on Cosmic Crit.
We descended to the surface of the ancient jungle planet and are accosted by a deadly Jubsnuff.
A Jubsnuff appeared and tried to eat us with both its mouths.
Being on the receiving end of Arcing Surge isn't as fun, let me tell you.
You don't say!
We're coming to get you, Null 9.
Welcome to a jungle, it's our favorite place to play. Learn to roll survival checks or else you'll lose your way. We are the party that will fight every Jubsnuff. If you've got an atrocide, then this fight's gonna get rough. Jungle, gate of the 12 jungle, watch us bring down. No, 9. I wanna beat this AP.
I'm done.
So, you know it's 50 seconds total, right? In fact, I may just like put in strategic spaces and let that be the whole intro. I mean,
episode commencing in 3, 2, 1. Episode initiated.
Greetings, voyagers through the cosmos, and welcome to another thrilling adventure on the planet of the Cosmic Crits. I'm walking away from my downed spacecraft through the untamed wilds of Monkeyland. My name is Patrick, and I'm your GM, your General Monkey Business Chief here on the podcast, and today the crew crash lands on the world of primates. That's right, we're going ape fleam for the planet of the apes. Joining me are my 5 fellow astronauts and castaways / cohorts here on the podcast, and I'm going to introduce them to you right now. To my left, Charlton Heston just can't seem to keep his shirt on. It's Drew playing Gnak Feldspar.
You blew it up! Damn you, you blew it up!
To his left, Dr. Randus. Oh, it's your bird playing Dr. Randus. 147.
Get your paws off of me, you damn dirty GM!
Across the digital table, a primate riding on horseback into the distance. It's Miles playing Raimi Quindar.
Oh, you know what they say, human see, human do.
To his left, take your stinking solar weapon off me, you pronking dirty Solarian. It's Rebecca playing Alindra Vallis.
It's great to be here.
And finally, to my right, it's a giant statue with its head stuck in the sand. It's Tyler playing Adros Veranis.
Are those space balls coming out of her nose? Oh, Fleam, there goes the planet.
What?
Really?
Every time, Tyler, every time.
Boom! That's another stellar week!
Patrick, I'll send you that record scratch sound effect.
Why are you here, Tyler? Why do I save you for last? Is a real.
I love it. Oh, it's the best.
Oh boy! Hey everyone, welcome back. 51 episodes of Cosmic Crit so far. You guys ready to make it a cool, even 52?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What happened last time?
We fought a bunch of things with mouths.
Mm-hmm.
We did. There was
You did mouth stuff?
Yeah, lots of mouth stuff.
Yeah.
I
found that Gavin
That's
Rossdale
gross.
was correct. Nothing hurts like your mouth.
All
Your
this will
mouths.
hopefully get cut. Yeah, we came down to Castroville 2, and we're exploring.
They're very different and have very different wildlife, unless you want me to bring back all the monsters, Ringcrota and whatnot.
I'm just saying, if the next planet is like Eox, I'm going to sense a pattern here. Yeah, bring back the CR4 Caserix.
Not gonna lie, the other other 11 planets are very much like Eos. They're like barren rocks. But you are fighting your way through another jungle, very different alien jungle from Castrovel. This one is one of these planets circling the 12 suns in the ancient Kishalee Gate. And you guys destroyed this massive Jubsnuff. And then all of a sudden, an Atrocyte, this monstrous outsider, aligned with the Devourer, showed up and started attacking you. But you all survived here. Now, who needs to take a 10-minute rest before we soldier on?
Me.
It would
Yeah, I do too.
probably be good. Actually, I'm going to hold off on taking a rest.
You took one after the Jubsnuff fight, correct?
Yes, I took a little bit of damage this last one, but I feel like it's less than 10. I'm going to hold off.
Okay. And everyone else except Dross, are you not?
Nope, Adros is fine.
Cool. All right. Well, yep, you can just sit down by the side of this ancient destroyed road, catch your breath, maybe apply a bandage or two.
Yeah.
And then move on. You guys ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
So as you continue up the path, forest thins out a bit, and you see what looks like an ancient and overgrown structure. Nearly, this road that's nearly destroyed leads up to what is certainly the source of the power readings you got from the Drift Rider scans of the planet. It is a huge edifice that kind of time and the jungle have nearly destroyed. But, what remains looks like a very high-tech ancient Kish facility, like what you might have seen back on Istamak. You do see, as the kind of trees part, what looks like where might have been front doors had, as you move through the brush, and these, the two doors kind of laid blown out and blackened by some kind of explosive force. So it's just like a big open hole in the side of this building. And off to the side of the entrance there, along with some cut and burnt vegetation, you see maybe the remains of a large battle and the bodies of 3 small Jubsnuffs. So, they're like 10 feet wide, but they look like perhaps the larger one's children.
Oh.
Hacked, slashed, and burnt to bits.
Was this a recent fight?
It doesn't look like it. There's, the equivalent of maggots, flies on these bodies, so it might have been some time ago.
Oh, I see. So like days or weeks, but not like 100 years or something.
No, they were killed recently.
Is there any sign of what kinds of weapons killed them?
If you want to make a medicine check and investigate, you can.
Alindra calls Andis over.
Yeah, I'm gonna go take a look at some of those wounds and see what happened to these Jubsnuffs.
That's the way to start.
Ooh, Patrick, that's a 42. So you have to tell me like its name and like its like family history and like what its great granddad died of and all of that.
Social security number.
This is Snizzlethrarp.
I knew it.
Adolescent Jubsnuff who was murdered by 2 sword cuts. Looks like very fine sword cuts. And definitely a wound you have seen before, a disintegrator pistol.
More acid damage.
Yes, one of the weapons you've seen used by Cult of the Devourer folk before.
Yeah, and just looks up at Alindra and just nods knowingly.
Okay.
Alindra understands.
Yes.
I don't.
Magic. And just looks up at Alindra and nods knowingly.
Alindra responds with an image telepathically of an accretion disc.
And Andis winks.
Oh, it's a weird conversation.
Yeah. And Andis whispers, "Don't tell the others." You know how superstitious they get.
Can I ask a question?
You just did, so go right ahead.
On the Kish building, do we see any kind of signage, any labels as far as what this building might be?
Not really. Nothing. It doesn't look like this was, a pedestrian area. Much like, unlike on Istamak, where it was, things had signs out front. This seems to be perhaps some kind of large military or scientific facility here on this weird planetoid in the gateway system.
But there aren't big letters that say secret hideout.
There are not.
Okay.
Maybe that got blown up with a door. Who knows?
Makes sense.
Moonbase 1.
As you all continue to walk forward past the Jubsnuff remains into the scorched entrance to the building here, the doors, by a very large explosion. You see this entrance now is just a collection of slag metal and melted plastics. It's a single-story building, though the ceilings are maybe a little bit taller and the doors a little bit wider to account for ancient Kish frames. They're pretty big folk. And as you step forward, echoing through this next chamber is hideous laughter, the screeching of one of the animals that you've heard elsewhere on this planet. And just humanoid laughter.
Well, that's creepy.
Something's in trouble.
I think that something's us.
Agreed.
Something else. Something also is in trouble.
Is it dark in here, Patrick?
It's maybe a little low light, but because of the huge, it's like a 15-foot gap in the building that's been blown up here, there's a lot of light filtering into this chamber. Do you want to move forward, see what you see?
Yeah. Okay. Can I roll a perception check first?
You have to move into, where you can see first.
Yes, we'll do that.
So move ahead like 10, 20 feet, and I'll tell you what you see.
I'll take point. You guys stay behind me.
Moving into the chamber, it seems like there are light streaming through the door and maybe some windows off to the side that cast some shadows across odd-looking furniture to the north. A few set of short steps leading up to a raised dais in the back where you see an intact set of double doors leading north. A thick layer of dust coats everything, disturbed in the large trail leading towards 3 humanoid figures in the back here. They got the look of the cult of the devourer, the same armor you've seen them wear before, spiky and toothy. And there are 3 of them, and they seem to be huddled around a small animal on the ground. And they're kicking at this little alien beast. It's got 3 legs and a large bobble-like head on a thin neck. They laugh with each one of its high-pitched shrieks.
All right.
One of them turns, noticing you, and pulls out a blade and a gun, turning on a dime and says, "Look, more that want to taste of death." We're in combat right now, everybody.
Oh, no.
It's time for initiative rolls.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
We're from the Packed World's Animal Treatment Group, and we're here to stop you.
You leave that thing alone.
Do you have any idea how rare that creature is? Can't have you hurting it anymore.
Patrick, how rare is that creature? Also, is it supposed to have 3 legs, or is it supposed to have, more?
You might have heard their screeches out in the jungle before. I don't know if you've been able to get a good view yet, but it does look like a tripod kind of creature. Tripodal, I guess.
Is it cute?
It's very cute.
Oh.
So it's
gotta
worthy.
save it.
It's
We gotta
worthy
kill
of
those
saving.
guys.
It's not like a slug or something. Oh, good on you. Let's watch up slug.
Ed Ross leans over to Alindra. These guys get extra death.
Indeed.
Right, they got a big heaping pile of creamed death.
Delicious. All right, we are in initiative. Turn order. You see 3 of these cultists looking back at you. I've rolled my initiative roll, and they are going first in this turn order. And obviously, one of them sees Gnak first, going up, and is going to move around some of the destroyed door fragments and move right on up to him. Pulls out a longsword as he goes. Pretty wicked looking. It looks almost like a huge X-Acto blade, and comes at Gnak with a pyaw.
Nice.
What is your KAC?
My KAC is 26.
And flat-footed, has not acted yet here in the combat. A little -2 to that. KA 24. That is a mess. I've rolled a 4 on the die.
Yes, thank you for that lead-in.
I was doing math in my head as I was working. Another one of these guys moves through the center of the room between some of this wreckage and goes up to Edros. Is going to do the same thing. The sword. What is your KAC?
28. Flat-footed would be 26.
All right. This one is a hit and comes at you with a good amount of damage. I'm going to roll some D8s. Okay, that is 23 points of damage. Right off the bat, this thing slicing through your armor, getting into some of those scales, digging in. All right, and the last one gonna hang back a little bit, move forward, pull something from his belt, and lobs it in your direction. spoiler warning, it's a grenade. It is going to be a grenade. I need everyone except for Miles to... actually, no. If I do it right behind him, everyone including Miles. Right.
How dare you?
This is not a frag grenade. Oh, no. This explodes much like some of the wreckage you've seen in the jungle leading up to this building in a fiery blast. It is a incendiary grenade. So everyone except Miles, go ahead and make me a reflex save.
Alindra, watch your step.
Ooh, nice roll, Andis.
That's a 19 for Alindra.
Right, actually, I think, do you need your ability to make a reaction to use that ability, Drew? I think we've talked about this on air before, but watch your step. Yeah.
Oh, okay, then it's just 17.
It's a DC 16, so everyone is...
Yay! Doesn't matter.
So half
Joyous.
damage this grenade. So I've rolled a 9, so everyone just take 4 points of damage.
So if I've got a thermal capacitor, does that mean 0 points of damage?
If it's resistance 5, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you soak it up.
Soak.
You soak it up.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah.
I'll allow it. It's my new judge character I've been working on.
Jeez.
Watch it, counselor. That's the other one.
Just imagining you saying that during combat when, like somebody comes up to stab you and they miss, and you're like, "That's a warning."
Overruled.
Oh.
I think that's how Phoenix Wright worked in Marvel vs. Capcom.
That's pretty good.
I've been
I forgot
watching.
he was in that.
I've been watching a ton of Harvey Birdman recently.
Love that show.
So good.
It's so good. And they're doing the movie, you know.
I did not know that.
Yeah, they're doing a movie, and it's going to be about Harvey Birdman joining the U.S. Justice Department because Agent 7 has been made the Attorney General. And they're bringing back Stephen Colbert is coming back to do voices, and everybody's coming back. It's going to be great.
Awesome. Like, and listening back and watching it again, I'm 40% convinced that 7 was like the inspiration for the Colbert persona from the Colbert Report.
I'll allow it.
That is going to be their entire turn. Couple slashes, grenade. Let's go on to the top of your guys' turn order. Knack Feldspar, top with a 22.
You know what? I don't like you guys. I'm going to take a guarded step right here, whip out my Hailstorm Zero pistol, and you know what they say. Get 'em!
Oh, jeez.
And that's a natural toot.
Natural toot!
That is
For a 14 attack.
I will check my notes here. That's a miss. That is a miss.
Yeah.
Taking us to Edros Veronis.
Oh, I'm sorry. 16, because I didn't add get 'em to that. If that makes any difference.
Oh, no, it doesn't. Edros Veronis, I called it.
So Edros is kind of clogging the works. We're kind of fighting between these two slagged pieces of junk, and I'm kind of blocking Lindra's path. So I'm going to take a guarded step to where Knack just was. I'm gonna hit him real hard with a sword.
Oh, okay. Well, if you say so, let's see what the dice say.
Good point. The dice say 26.
It's a hit against KAC.
All right, I like it. We're starting strong here with 36 points of damage.
Ouch. Okay, all right, so against this one with get 'em on it. 36. Ouch. That takes us to 17 in the initiative roll. Andis 147.
All right, let's see. So, are these fallen bits here? Are they in fact creating difficult terrain, or is it like something you have to climb on?
Yeah, let's just call it difficult terrain. Maybe this square over here and this square over here, just kind of in the center mass of what was like chunks of wall, the doors to this chamber. They're all melted down and yeah, just a little wobbly, a little unstable.
Okay, cool. I'm going to use my hover skates, and I'm just going to skate on over the top of them, sort of up to the north. I'm just like the cool kids on the block, just scooting along.
Jabert, what sound do the hover skates make?
That is what it says in the rule book, so I can't fault you there.
Right. Early 90s dance music is the answer.
Right. So you're moving to the far north side of this chamber.
Yeah, so I'm sort of like coming up into the corner of the room to try to get an angle on some of these guys.
Outside of my fun grenade area.
That's the one. That's the specific place I'm going to.
Good. What you got for a standard?
And then I'm gonna take a shot at the Gotham fella.
Okay. Back across.
It's just gonna be this is just gonna be like a straight disruption rifle shot. No fancy schmancy stuff.
Well, get him's on there, but I get what you're saying.
Ooh. That'll be a 21 on the hit.
That's with the get 'em.
Yep.
That is just a hit.
Yes!
That's exactly what you needed.
Oh man.
Good job.
Pretty low damage, but that's a 15.
Already, this guy's not looking too good from just 2 attacks. That brings us to Raimi Quindaw.
All right, so Raimi is going to use his X-Gen gun on the guy who has Get 'em.
Okay,
because he sees this suffering cute little animal, and he just can't help but thinking of someone doing that to Mr. McScruffins, and it just fills him with rage.
You get away from Mr. McScruffins, and this guy's like, wait, what?
Oh boy!
Oh
no!
There went the back of Adros's head.
I think the critical fail deck located on cosmiccrit.com/critical-fail-deck.
You look on in horror as Adros's brains splatter across the rubble on the ground.
Oh no!
Pretty high damage.
Oh no, guess what I've rolled?
Oh, no.
God.
The critical fail is called Mistaken Target. Submitted by GM Magstack. You mistook one target for another in the heat of battle, so you end up targeting a random creature within 20 feet of your intended target. You get to roll again against an attack against that target. So I'm going to allow it to be any of your 3 friends here, Alindra, Edros, or Gnak, or maybe this other guy, the other cultist up here to the north. Why don't you roll me a d4? I will tell you who gets hit. One you hit the cult.
Miles, you better roll a 1. Better roll a 1.
Yes! Miles!
Miles rolling 2 ones in a row. So pretty useful there. So yeah, you can make another attack roll against this other cultist. Now don't roll a 1 now.
That would be legendary.
21.
21 against KAC. That is going to be a miss. Yeah, sadly. Roll higher than 10.
Man, that could have turned that whole turn around.
Right. Oh, yes. We ride a roller coaster of emotions here on Cosmic Crit. Next in the turn order, Alindra Valis. Let's keep it going, everybody.
Okay, so did you tell Andis that this area right above me is, what's it called?
Difficult terrain.
Yeah, so I can't charge through that, right? Solar Rush?
Just here and right here.
Okay.
These little bits, these little nuggets are difficult terrain.
Okay, great.
Nuggets. I'm hungry.
So I'm going to go down to the south around this guy and get in flanking position with the Dross, knowing that will provoke an attack of opportunity.
Okay. I'll roll that right now. I'll roll that all day long.
Flanking buddy. We're gonna flank that guy.
What is your KAC?
23.
No mobility on our Solarian
No,
friends?
not on me.
So I've rolled a hit. Let me roll some damage. 3 7s in a row. 7 on the D20 and 2 7s on the
Jackpot.
D8. Lucky me. That is 28 points of damage.
Oof.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a lot, but you're in flanking position and you have a standard action.
I am. All right, so I'm going to use my solar weapon. Also, I'm photon attuned. That's a 24 or a 25 to attack.
Against KAC, that's a hit.
Oh, wait, plus it has get 'em on it, so even more than that. Okay, so that's a hit, so that's going to be 35 damage.
Whoa. He's still up, technically, but between these 2 juggernauts trying to cut him down and a blast from Andis, this guy is already nearly dead. At the end of turn 1, top of turn 2, we're back to these bad boys, and this one is indeed going to move up here to Andis. Gonna try and get this hover skating fool in a corner.
No, you can't catch me. I move fast like Kid Vid. Pew, pew.
And this one's gonna move around the backside of Alindra, and they're gonna try and both beat up on Alindra while this one is attacking Andis. Let's do attack against Andis 147 first. Oh no! 16 on the dice, that's a hit. Roll a bunch of D8, a couple D8 here. 21 points of kinetic damage, slashing, cutting through your armor. And let's make... We're just going to make a single attack for both of these two that are on Alindra. You try to flank me, I'll flank you right back. Oh no. Natural 2.
Natural twos! Natural twos!
Oh, what's your KAC?
23.
Oh, that's still a hit though.
Oh no.
Wow.
Yeah, don't get flanked by these guys apparently. So 2 hits. I'll roll a bunch of D8. We'll figure out a bit of damage here.
This will be a big number.
Okay.
So tons of damage. Are you ready for the full damage amount?
No. Go ahead.
Touche.
44 points of damage
Woo.
from these 2 attacks. Yeah, level 9 combat.
How you hanging in there?
Not great.
Okay.
I've been better.
But that is their entire turn, bringing us to Knak.
All right. So Gnak, sensing that something is going on that we need to kind of buck up in this fight, he has an envoy improvisation that allows him to, it's one of the enhanced improvisations, to use an RP without spending an RP until we rest. So he is going to use Get 'em on everybody in the room. So everybody's got the plus. Everybody's got the +2/+2, so we'll have some extra bonus damage. And Alindra, hang in there. We're almost through this. Inspiring Boost. And I am also going to add an RP to that, which is going to add my my class level on top of that. So that is 31 stamina back to Alindra.
Wow.
Ooh.
Wait, 32. I did that math wrong.
Yeah, 32.
Okay, well, still, that's a lot. That's a lot done this turn from our favorite envoy, bringing us to Address Furanis, Tyler.
Guys, envoys just aren't worth playing. Just you can see how not good they are in any party. So don't play them.
Every class is broken.
dang.
This game is broken. Everything is broken.
Yeah, Gnak being so awesome. All right, well, I feel like the best thing Adros can do is get his flanking buddy out of their flanking buddy formation. So
I flanked the flankers.
yeah. This is we're just gonna inception this.
We're a bunch of mother flankers up in here.
We're just gonna get to murdering. I've got a +2. I want to make sure this guy dies, so we're gonna double attack.
You got a
first attack.
+4 with flanking and get up.
plus. So this is just evens. So 20. I'm assuming that's gonna miss.
Against KAC, that is a miss. Yes. Roll.
Okay.
Roll higher than
Roll
5
better
on the dice, Tyler.
Yep. I can do it. I
Second attack.
I believe in myself. 19 on the dice.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh.
A lot of damage here. Is that 39 points of damage?
+2 from Get 'em. 41.
Yeah, that one is very dead.
Yes.
Yay!
Extremely dead. Falls to the ground, clutching at his sword, trying to get one last swipe in.
And Dross starts kicking him like, how do you like it? You like getting picked on?
Well, I mean, I think the sword was probably more efficacious than your kicks, but yes, he does not like dying. Next to the turn order, Andis 147, you got one of these cultists right up on top of you with this wicked-looking sword. What you want to do, Jibber?
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna try to run away from this guy. I skate away. Escape back further into the room, sort of behind the guy that was flanking with Alindra. And
so you can go there and not provoke, because you can kind of get into the back of the room.
Okay. So there's a little bit of space behind me.
There's a little bit. It looks like maybe 5 feet. So you can kind of skirt around him, skate around him, but you won't be able to get more than 20 feet away from him.
Yeah. So let's see. That'd be math. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Yeah, okay, so I can get to you. Okay. Yeah,
So about to, well, you're in like the center of the room now, about 20 feet away from this guy, and you've got a standard action still.
All right, I'm done playing with this fool. I'm gonna overcharge my gun.
+2 to damage.
Ooh, boy. That's a
4 on the dice. It's gonna be a miss. Yep. Sad to say, but you did not get hit. Moving away. That brings us to Rami Quindar.
All right, so Raimi is going to switch fellas since Idris killed his prior target, and is going to cast Arcing Surge at the cultist who was attacking Andis.
Okay, so you're still back in the jungle, firing through the destroyed door. This guy's not going to see this coming, right? It is going to be behind a little bit of cover, which will give him a +2 to his reflex save, but it's going to matter too much. Let's see. What is the DC?
I believe that's 20.
Or half here. Okay, I rolled a 15, so he did make it, but taking half the damage, so 20 points of damage.
Yep.
Would that be 21 with the 41 with the get 'em bonus?
Nope, half of 41, rounded down 20.
Oh, rounding down!
Yeah, I hope that one hit point comes back to ruin your day. That's Rami's turn, unless you want to move.
I'm okay right now.
You're very hard to hit back there, I'm not going to lie. Then let's go on to Alindra Valis. Rebecca, you've only got one of these guys in front of you now instead of two. What do you want to do?
Yeah, feeling inspired by both Gnak and his inspiring boost, and also Idris and his halfway successful double attack. She's going to also try a double attack.
You didn't learn the lesson of the folly of Idris attacking twice.
She wants to show him up, so she's going to try.
All right. If you succeed on 2 of these attacks, and it's still alive, he's definitely attacking you back twice.
Fine, whatever. All right, I'm inspired, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So here is number 1, and that's a 20. Does this still have get 'em? Yeah.
Yes,
so
it does.
21 to attack.
Against KAC, that's a miss.
Oh no! All right, let's try again.
Just a miss, though.
Oh, that's better. So that's a 32 to
Yeah.
attack.
No, the first dice roll was a 7, so the second one, 32, is a hit.
Awesome. So that's going to be 37 damage.
Gosh.
39 damage.
39 damage because of get 'em. Forgot about
Jeez
that.
Louise. This guy he's bloodied. You nearly cut him down with one attack. I don't know if 2 would have done it, but boy, oh boy, it would have been close. He's still up though, and it is his turn. Top of turn 3. Definitely making 2 attacks against you because he doesn't have too much left in him. Let's do that now. See what happens. Ooh. Oh boy. A 6 on the dice, which basically is a 2 on the dice with the double attack. And as we determined before, that is a hit if he's flanking. Mm-hmm. It is a miss now that he's not flanking.
Yay!
Yay.
So can I roll higher than a 6? Hey, I did. An 8 on the dice.
By 2.
I think I was too shy, so this is perfect. Let me roll some damage dice here.
Ooh, I don't like that. I don't
Lucky
like that.
8.
Oh.
3 8s in a row. Max damage. Ooh, boy, that is 30 points of kinetic damage. This guy is ready to down you before you down him, hopefully. And let's see, this one, the other cultist in the room, seeing Andis run away. I think he's going to toss his second grenade. And who's he tossing it at? Okay, actually, he can hit Gnak and a draw, so I think he's going to do that. Get a couple targets in there.
Idris, watch your step.
Ooh.
Oh.
Critical failure on a grenade. This is...
Shorts out.
That's not how grenades work.
Explodes in his hand?
Definitely not. This is just going to go in a fun random direction. Oh, let's get to those rules in the Starfinder CRB.
I want the listeners to know that the first grenade he threw was a 2, and it still tried to do some damage. The second one is a 1.
I know.
Yeah,
Even
I
if
just
you
wanna-
miss with grenades. You know.
I just want to have fun with a random miss grenade.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah.
So he drops it at his feet, right?
Yeah.
No, if you miss with a ranged thrown weapon, it lands in a random square as appropriate to the nearest target. So to determine where it lands, we're going to roll a d8 first. I'll do that.
Oh no, Miles is dead. Ah.
Okay, 1. Roll a 1 on the d8. If you roll a 1 on this direction of the throw, 1 falling short off target in a straight line toward the thrower. So it is falling short kind of right in front of Edros, this random distance.
Maybe he'll hit himself. Maybe he'll just be in the grenade's range.
It's very possible. I'm going to roll a d4, and that's how many squares away in the direction it lands. So roll on.
Yes.
Wow.
It
Patrick.
dropped 5 feet in front of this guy.
Yes.
So I just want to really quickly. Patrick has rolled 3 7s in a row, 3 8s in a row, and now 3 1s in a row tonight.
If you're keeping score at home, everyone, I'm very lucky or very unlucky. I gotta go play some bets on some ponies tonight. Feeling it, but this one not good for this guy. These guys are kind of like the Keystone Cops. There's not a lot of good coordination among them. They're dropping grenades at their feet. So first, let me make a reflex save for this guy against his own grenade. A natural
toots.
So he's failed against that. He's taking the full damage from a incendiary Mark II grenade and sets himself on fire, which we'll deal with on his turn. I think I did that great. Yep. 2d6, and it's a d6 burn on his turn. That's their turn. That feldspar turn 3. What you got, Drew?
Oh, proc that dude's on fire. Maybe I should. Maybe I should try to put him out. Get him. Hailstorm Zero pistol at the dude to the north.
I don't think that's how it works. You don't shoot something with icicles if you want to extinguish it.
That is a 23 to hit.
That's a hit.
For 8 damage.
Okay. He's screaming in bloody agony as he goes up to hit with his cryo pistol. Edros Fronis, onto you, Tyler.
I am in a straight line to the south of this man, but there's a little bit of difficult terrain nearby. Am I just outside of it?
Yeah, you can move through there.
I'm gonna charge through there.
Okay.
So, wada! And then single attack at the end of the charge.
Okay, go right ahead.
I kind of feel bad. This dude's on fire, so.
Now, mind you, charging in Starfinder doesn't give you bonuses. It's actually worse to charge, but you've already said it, so let's roll those.
Yeah. Oh, I don't take the penalties because of Blitz Soldier, but I rolled an 8. That's gonna be a 25 to hit.
That's a hit.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Get him. And 36 points of damage.
All right, he's also bloodied. This guy's not doing too well. And it's 147. You've got 2 prime targets, and it's your turn, Jabert.
All right. Are they both gotten right now?
I believe just this one to the north, right?
Just the one to the
Yes,
north.
just the one to the north.
I just want to point out that this is turn 3, just FYI.
Fair point. Fair point.
I ran away for a reason.
Am I out of range?
The warning.
I mean, I can move too. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, good point.
All right. I'm gonna track the guy who just lit himself on fire.
Okay.
And I saw the ice come in to try to put the fire out, and that didn't work. So I'm thinking maybe my sonic blast can play.
We're just trying to help. We're just trying to help.
Just keep trying to match the energy types like Pokemon.
Right. We're the good guys here, you know. So here we go. That's gonna be a 23 to hit.
That's a hit.
All right, that's going to be 26 points of sonic damage.
All right, still up. This guy has been burnt, cut, frozen, and blasted with sonic energy. I think you need to throw an acid grenade, and you've completed the quintuple.
Yeah, he took some electricity damage too. He's having a bad day.
He's having a real bad day.
Let's go on to Raimi Quindar.
I'm going
about the
to
electricity.
cast magic missile at that gentleman. That is 13 points damage.
Do some math here. Oh boy, so close. So close to dropping him. He's still up, though. And that brings us to Alindra Valis. He will live to fight another day and maybe burn himself to death.
So technically I could move and I think hit both of these guys, but I would also hit other people. So I'm not going to do that. And I'm just going to stay where I am and supernova straight from here. The guy right next to me.
Making a reflex save. Booyah. So made the reflex save. Half damage, 23?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, boy. They're both on their last legs. It's turn 4. And they get a chance, a small chance, to fight back. Oh, boy. Let's first do this burn damage. This guy's taking max burn damage.
Yes. Oh, no.
Put
it out quick.
Yeah, he's going to try and reflex to put it out and fails that by like 1.
Poor guy.
So he's still burning if he's alive next turn. Don't think that's going to happen. He is, I believe, out of grenades. I'm just going to try and make one last desperate slashing attack against Edros. Let's see how this guy does.
Oh, that's good.
13 on the dice is going to be a hit. See if he can kill you in one go.
I mean, probably not.
22 points of slashing damage. Okay. And this one here on Alindra is going to make a couple attacks as well. Let's try for it. -4 on these. Ooh, 7 on the dice. That is a miss. Better than 7. There we go. There's one attack that hits a 10. Nearly minimum damage. 17 points of damage. Alindra, we're on to Gnak Feldspar.
Okay, so let me.
This one to the north, really close to death. He might die under his own cognition if the burn keeps happening.
Get mine.
Gnak is going to run up here, and you know what? He's going to listen to Alindra and get him on the cat to the southeast, and fire his Hailstorm Zero pistol one more good time.
3 on the dice.
That's a 17 to hit. I don't know that that's gonna.
No, that's gonna be a miss. Edros for on this. Do you wanna take this guy out, or do you want the fire damage too?
He just is gonna kind of lean in and go, "This is why you don't abuse cute 3-legged animals." And then he's gonna chop this dude in half.
Okay. Oh, jeez. Yeah, only 2-legged animals are cool to kill.
That's why you always leave a note.
All right, let's get this attack on.
Yeah, 28.
Cleaved in 2. He's dead.
Yay! Then I'm gonna spend a move action to move into flanking position.
Oh, hey.
Booyah!
Andis 1, 4, 7. Back to you.
All right, I'm going to track this fool, and I'm going to overcharge on this shot. Uh-oh. Here we go. That's a 25 to hit.
Hit.
Sorry, 23 to hit.
Also hit.
Where are my D6s at? That'll be 38 on the damage.
He had 23 hit points left. He's very dead. And we're out of combat.
All right.
Alindra runs over to the 3-legged animal to check on it, ignoring the fact that she is dying herself.
Yeah, after you've dealt with these 3, it kind of shrieks away from you. You know, it's bloodied, bruised, maybe shaking violently. Make me a survival check. See if you can try and calm this critter down.
20.
So, you might be able to telepathically connect with it, put your hand out, show your open palms. In this game world, this is called Valsasha, and it calms down to an approachable state and kind of, nestles in your hand.
Oh.
But it does look very hurt. It's whimpering softly.
Mr. McStuffins is going to hate this thing.
Can we try to treat deadly wounds on it?
Go right ahead.
Okay. I'm going to use my advanced med kit. Okay. Yeah, so
Nice.
that's a 35 on the check. So I add my intelligence in addition to the
the amount back. It's back to full 5 hit points or whatever it had. He put like a teeny adorable little neck brace that looks like it was an auto accident.
Oh, poor thing.
Maybe.
I give it a cute little cartoon band-aid too.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
It healed up. It sends you a much nicer call, almost elated, like a trill kind of, and it bounces all around you, very naturally curious. It's like it wants to stick around by you. Anybody got a name for this 3-footed weird spider monkey creature?
Do you happen to have a picture of it?
I want
or
you
of a,
to
of a
use
critter, of a critter like
your
it?
imagination.
Okay.
Imagination.
Mr. Trip
Florp.
Scuffins.
No.
No.
Yeah, my suggestion is Florp.
It is florping around the place.
That's why I'm calling it that.
It's more like a threep, though.
Three-peat. Right, so why, now that you've dealt with these guys, healed this little thing up, give me a perception check, and I'll tell you what else you see in this room now that you are in it, besides these cultists, these evil cultists.
Oh, by the way, can I rest for 10 minutes?
Yeah, you guys have some time now to
Cool.
relax. So, a few things you see in this room. We got some pretty good perception checks. Along the wall, it looks like maybe 3 high-tech Kish light cycles kind of inverted and held against the wall in some kind of magnetic field. Taking one down, it seems to be a hover bike of sorts. 2 of them seem to work, but the one closest to the door was completely destroyed in the blast. But these are 2 Kish hover bikes.
Call one.
Yeah.
Behind door number A. And if you want door number B, to the north is a hidden closet space behind some wreckage. Pulling it aside, you find 4 spacesuits form-fitted to fit a Kishalee body, and behind them, a secret compartment built into the wall. You find 3 triangular pyramidal devices and a pistol that looks very much like Andis's disruption rifle.
Ooh.
Pistol.
Little sonic pistol.
It looks very much like a disruption pistol. And 3 of these little guys, these little pyramid structures about the size of maybe a Rubik's Cube.
Can I try to determine what they do?
Yeah, give me an engineering check.
All right.
Can I assist?
27?
Can I
27.
assist?
You could, but it's DC 25. Engineering check. You've been around disruption weaponry enough to know that this is indeed a disruption grenade.
Yeah.
And you very carefully put it down on the table. But yeah, it works off the same tech that makes your Kishalee disruption rifle work. Taking a look at it, it looks like it explodes in a pretty wide area, doing sonic damage to fools. Bye.
Cool.
Nice.
So is there the motorcycle like beyond repair right now, or?
One is completely destroyed. There's 2 that seem fully operational.
Okay. And how many people can ride on a motorcycle? Just 2?
I think this one, just the one.
Yeah.
Hover bike. They're pretty light cycles.
So there's no light cycle sidecar.
I mean,
I'm sure Andis could make one.
Yeah, I'm sure I could make one. It might not go very fast, but like, we can. I mean, if nothing else, I can build a wagon.
And in addition to that, you can pull these weapons off of these cultists. You find 4 Mark II incendiary grenades, 3 centered longswords. What looks like they each had a liquidator disintegrator pistol on them, and each carried a couple of 20 charge batteries. In addition to that, they are wearing pretty beefy armor with grim trophies and weapon spikes attached. It's golem forged plating armor Mark III.
Oh.
Can I have a second to look that up real quick?
We have all the time in the world.
Yeah.
Is that heavy armor?
That's what I
heavy
wear.
armor.
That's what I wear.
Yeah, well, no, I think you wear Mark II, don't you?
No, according to my sheet, it's 3.
Oh, it's 3. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it's the level 9 version, which is appropriate because that's where you guys are. The grenades, the disruption grenades, are 2d10 sonic damage, and they have the staggered condition.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, there's 3 of them.
What about that? What about that disruption pistol?
The pistol is a minor disruption pistol. It does 2d6 sonic damage, range 40 feet, and has the 1d6 boost special ability.
Cool. Can Adros take one of those sonic grenades?
Yeah, I'd like one of those as well, if that's okay.
Yep,
Yeah,
handing out grenades left and right. Anybody else want a sonic?
I do.
Ooh. And anybody care about the incendiary or any of the other cultist gear?
I will take the incendiary grenades if nobody wants any. If we can divvy them up, because there are 6 of them left?
There's 4.
There's 4 of them left? Yeah, I'll take them if nobody wants them.
Go for it.
Yeah, go for it. I'll throw the rest of the weapons and armor in the null space chamber for selling later.
Cool. You guys take a 10-minute rest. Does anybody else need to burn a resolve?
Adros will also burn a resolve.
Andis got it.
Yep.
You ready to continue on?
Let's go.
I'm sorry, what level were these incendiary grenades? Mark 3 or Mark 2?
2.
Dos.
Me.
Oakley Dokley. So to the north of this chamber, you see a set of double doors. Oop, here. Who's going through? What's your guys' marching order?
Adros will take point.
Yeah. And this is
I'll
right
follow.
behind Adros.
Mm-hmm.
And then Alindra.
Mm-hmm. Knack Ramey.
I usually
That's all.
go in the rear.
Yeah, as always, Raimi will be 60 feet away at all times.
Yeah, Remy, you actually have to come into this place in order to do damage at this point.
Right. Yeah. Raimi's on the last map.
Yeah.
He's hanging out with a dead atrocyte.
Oh, jeez.
Close enough. So yeah, as you move these double doors open, it does look actually like a sliding door, and in the middle of it, like a triangular pad. Pressing it down for just a moment slides the door over and seems to keep it open. And as you enter inside, it is dimly lit in here. It's just the light filtering in from the room you're coming from. And you see a long corridor that runs into the center of this building. A few smears of grease on the ground, multiple tracks in the dust here, and along with 6 different doors, including the one that you stand in right now. Long hallway. Where would you guys like to go?
Oh boy, we've got a lot of options, guys. Do we want to just take each door as we come across it, or?
Well, is there any obvious traffic? Like, is there like you mentioned there's a bunch of grease and like disturbed dust and stuff. Is it in like one particular direction, or
Can I make a survival check?
Survival, yeah.
all right?
Can do that. And I also want to include in their survival check training our new little buddy to sit on Alindra's shoulder or something like that.
Nope, gonna be a different check.
Well, I think it's 3 feet tall, isn't it?
No, it has 3 feet.
Oh! I keep imagining it like Toby from Pod People.
Oh my god.
It's like, oh, it's Knack. It's Knack too. I get it.
You can do magic things. It's called Evil Kid.
It's very thin. The florp, Velsasha. It has 3 feet and it has a longer neck than its body, so it's kind of like giraffed out, and has like a very kind of wobbly head, much bigger head than its body. So it is a weird looking creature.
It's like a little bobblehead. Oh, it's so cute.
Yeah. Can he sit on Alindra's backpack? Can we make that happen?
Sure, right within grenade range. Got it.
Cool.
So Edros, a 30 on this survival check.
Yeah.
You see a lot of movement going towards a couple of the doors. Mainly there's about halfway down the hallway, a door leading north, and another one, once again, about 20-30 feet down the hall leading south.
I see the most foot traffic coming from that northern door and that southern door. The others, not so much.
You guys know me. I would like to go the roads less traveled to see what ancient Kishalee stuff we can find before we start running into places where we know people have gone.
This one here to the south seems to be maybe the smallest of these rooms because it is closest to the chamber that you just came from, this first chamber.
All right, let's try these 2 rear doors first, and then we'll move on.
Rear doors? Which ones?
Rear doors, as in the one you just pointed out, and the one that is next to Andis 147.
Okay, which one first? South or
And
north?
this will push this one open and just take a peek.
Yeah, clearly Patrick wants us to go to the one to the south, but
It's up to you. Both of them don't have a ton of tracks going to them. And it's opening up the door to the north. It's a darkened chamber with low light emitting from a single monitor on the north side. A few streaks of green light emerge from a window. The light outside filtering through many layers of this thick jungle foliage, which is kind of grown up and over the side of the building. There are some more computer terminals that are darkened. And in the center of the room, there's a circular platform, what looks like a large technological device attached to the floor.
How far away is that computer? Is that, 20 feet?
A little bit further than that. You'd have to move into the room.
All right. I'm gonna step in, not get too close, but I'm gonna reach out and touch Faith and try to hack this thing at distance.
You
Okay.
We're just gonna explode like that thing in the Moss building.
I've seen it on these Kishalee computers before. I don't know what they were thinking.
So you're trying to remote hack with your wireless hack abilities?
There's really no reason to do that. I'm gonna walk up to the computer and do it.
Raymy's gonna go in there with him.
Can this
You
be
foolish
assisted?
Yeah, no, if you guys want to move it. There are no traps that you set off here yet. But this computer is over here to the far north side. Let's see, Edros, Alindra, are you moving in with these nerds?
Alindra's going to stand in the doorway and listen over the comm units.
Yeah, you can stand guard. It'll be fine.
Okay. So, Raimi, Gnak, and Andis, you get to looking at this computer system. It does seem to be putting out data in the ancient Kishalee language. The operating system is some kind of very arcane outfit as well. Looks like data is being processed on time loops and according to nodal size. And in game terms, the DC of this is be up there with a tier 4 computer, but it's going to be a good deal more difficult if you do not speak ancient Kishalee.
Guys,
Which we do.
guess what Gnak speaks?
So does Ramy.
Raimi, you took ancient Kishalee as well, or are you talking about the spell tones?
I believe I took Ancient Kishalee.
I believe you did, because we had a conversation off air about it.
Yeah.
Andis, you have not, but you're also the best at hacking of the trio. So it's up to you. Do you guys want to make independent rolls? Do you want to aid someone? What do you want to do?
I can aid Andis.
Yeah. Why don't you hold off? If I goof this up, then we're gonna want another roll on this thing.
Okay. I'm just worried that if that it might shut down if you fail.
I mean, I can prevent what's the word I'm looking for? Countermeasures from taking off.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because that's an
So-
exocortex thing, right?
Or yeah, it's a mechanic trick. So
Nice.
I can at least do some intel on it and figure out what the countermeasures are. And so
Alrighty. Well, make me that computer's check.
all right, let's do it.
Oof.
Oh, that's a 40, a 40.
DC 39.
Yes!
Nice.
Yes!
Holy moly!
You hacked a computer in a language you do not understand. A little bit difficult. Yeah, but as you do hack into it, it does set off, indeed, a countermeasure.
No. So whenever a countermeasure is about to be triggered, I get to make a computer's check to try to avoid that.
Right. So these blue triangles pop up on the screen, and it seems to be trying to activate an alarm. So give me another check, and if you guys want to aid, you can.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be helpful.
Let's go ahead and roll those aids from Raimi and Gnak first.
It's a 32.
And both aided very handily. Jeez Louise.
Okay.
Ooh.
That's a 36 plus 4 from those two aids.
Needed it exactly once again. So you're able to shut down this alarm. It seemed to be rising the volume of like a klaxon in this facility, an anti-hacking measure. But yeah, you've beat this system and now have both access to this computer, and you can turn on the lights here, turn on the other computers, the other devices. Is that what you want to do?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Play some video games.
Yeah, I'm curious if there's data here about what is what this facility does, and maybe specifically what this object in the middle of the room is.
So it is, as you're pouring through some of the data, parsing it out and maybe having Gnak or Raimi help you translate a little bit. It does seem to be computers that have access mainly to this facility itself. But as you're turning things on, the central platform in the middle of the room here lights up with energy, and a form begins to digitize in a light show of holographic digitalization, a method you last saw in the Maze of Ghosts back on Istamak, as a million points of luminosity take the form of a very proper and curtly dressed Kishalee woman, not unlike some of the other ancient Kish you saw in the other holograms. She is clad in what looks like formal military, maybe some kind of scientific outfit with frills and epaulets, finely detailed on the fringe. And yet you see some faint age lines around third eye, denoting her age. Let me show you what she looks like.
While you're pulling that picture up, can I roll a reflex save to avoid the attack she's undoubtedly about to lay upon us because she's a Kish hologram?
Kish hologram, yeah. She's out for blood on you immediately. So this is what she looks like here, and she pops up in the middle of the room, and those of you that speak ancient Kishalee can understand her as very quickly. She says, "He's mad, I say, a madman in holographic skin. His data lattices have been corrupted, and he has been raving like a lunatic about something called the Star Eater. So when I confined him within his physical memory towers, I thought that was the end of it. But now he's out, and more dangerous than ever. And while I'm stuck in here, you have to help me." There's a pause, and she continues to say, "Listen, I work very quickly. I deduce that you are all not members of that rather unruly lot because you don't wear their garb. Is that correct?"
Yes, that's correct.
Right. As I was saying, he's gone bad. Programming had degenerated, and he kept talking about the Star Eater, and, well, I believe that you are here to help. And if I do believe that, then I believe you are working in some capacity against the others.
Andis doesn't understand. Points their gun at the hologram. I've seen this before. I've fallen for this trick.
Yes. Well, thank you very much. We do not have much time, so I need you to help me as soon as possible.
What can we help you with? And whose programming has gone wrong? Talking about Star Eaters.
Where can I begin? Well, I am Osteth, or rather I should say I was Osteth, scientist, engineer, guardian of the Gate of the 12. Currently, I am an artificial intelligence manifesting in the holographic projection that you see before you. I recorded all my synaptic pathways along with a fellow custodians into this here computer bank in order to maintain the station well past my death, which was a few millennia ago.
Well, Osteth, my name is Gnak, and we are here to stop a group called the Cult of the Devourer from taking control of a massive device that your people created.
Yes.
We're here to help. What can we do to help you stop them?
Well, I should say that it all started with my malfunctioning compatriot, who is named Eltreth. Our role here is to keep this facility operational and secret. Its terrible cargo must never be found. A few centuries ago, without warning or provocation, Eltreth's wiring began to deteriorate. He began to talk about becoming a tool of something called the Devourer. I sequestered his core into our subservers, believing this to be a degradation of his underlying code, and have operated by myself since then. I hope at some point I could repair him, but this recent turn of events has changed my mind.
Well, the Devourer is the being that this cult worships, so I don't know whether it's a degradation of code or some sort of outside influence on his programming.
Yes. A few days ago, these evil cultists and their spiky guard raided the facility. Some beings were like you all, though some were nothing more than dark shadows. These raiders identified themselves as the Desperate Hunger. Their leader looked like this one, and points at Andis. They called themselves...
the gun back at him.
Oh no! She called herself Null 9. They seemed to be worshipping death, disorder, carnage, and chaos itself as they bombed their way inside the facility and killed a number of helpless Jubsnuff, young, outside. As quick as a whip, they'd imprisoned me here and unleashed Eltreth. I placed a roadblock or two in their path, but they are still en route to being able to unlock the Stellar Degenerator, which is why I'm trying to speak as fast as I can.
Table talk for a second.
Mm-hmm.
This being mentioned, the other being talking about the Star Eater. We were at the Star Eater's spine at a certain point in this campaign, right?
Another name for the Devourer itself.
Okay.
A black hole that eats stars.
Yes.
This hologram seems very hurried. What other questions you guys got? Miles,
Yeah, so
speak this language.
Do you have any idea where Null 9 was headed from here?
Well, there you see are a number of autonomous repair and defense robots throughout the facility, and I was able to upload many with an independent thought programming into their matrices before Eltreth dominated them under his control. I believe they were using these and were leaving this facility to go to one of the other 11s under Eltreth's suggestion. Before I was locked in here, in addition, I sent out an electromagnetic pulse to the station's control console, frying it completely. I believe this would ensure the demiplane containing the stellar degenerator is inaccessible for at least the time being, but I believe that Eltreth might have known this and sent these cultists to one of the other planetoids to seek a replacement control console with which they can repair this one and open up the demiplane.
You said that that they had taken over the other androids. Is there a way to, combat that programming? Is there a way we can overthrow their programming over the other androids?
That is unsure. It is very difficult, but if you are able to contain Eltreth and perhaps free me and lock him in the same subroutine, then we might be able to shut them down.
Free you. Are you not free at the moment?
No, I cannot leave from this container, this holographic container, as Eltreth have locked much of my subroutines out. I cannot access the computer banks here, for instance, that you are able to do so with digital manipulation.
How can we free you?
So yes, free me from this console, I'll be of more help. Can't do it from here, you'll have to get to the physical access. The sequestering subroutines located in the main operation. She pops up a digital holographic map in front of her, and it shows the facility, and you can actually see there's a couple more buildings to the north, a small one to the south, and a very large one to the southwest corner, and like a little red blinking dot shows up there. This should start in this computer system a rapid interchange programming inside my core, releasing my bonds. I caution you though, Eltreth is free and may have laid some nasty electronic countermeasures in your way of doing this.
Can we make a copy of this map that she is showing us?
Sure.
We'll do that. Do you have a language subroutine that we can transfer to our android compatriot here?
So yeah, I mean, she like closes her mind for a moment, and then you see the computer displays, just start translating immediately into common, and then she starts speaking in common as well. It's like, I'm sorry, I was speaking so quickly, I forgot to try and access your own dialect. But I have been hearing many of these desperate hunger saying things in this tongue that you speak.
Andis, are you with us now? Can you understand what we're saying?
Well, yes, I can understand what she's saying. Now, everything else was Greek to me, but
the aliens, the Greeks. That's right.
Space Greeks. Space Greek.
Yeah, so I mean, if anybody has any questions, I'm sure Gnak and Raimi can fill you in on what's been said so far.
Yeah,
we do.
Any other questions?
Do you know of any caches of valuable, let's say, weapons or anything that we can use that we are familiar with Kishalee technology, and we know that some of it is much more powerful than what we newer races have. Is there any cache of that you know of that we should go and get access to in order to help us in this quest?
I mean, she, in fewer words, faster than I'm saying it right now, points to the weapon that Andis is holding and says they don't even have anything that powerful as a disruption rifle here. But, this was mainly a scientific center to control the gravitational waves that you saw that seem to be shooting into the center of the gateway.
I apologize. I'm receiving this information secondhand, so forgive me if I'm wrong, but did you mention something about a controller in this room that controls the stellar degenerator?
That is elsewhere in this facility, but yes, they burnt. I burnt out the console, so they would not be able to access the demiplane. But unfortunately, these computers do not have access to that subroutines. It is in the operations control room, marked here on the map.
I see.
But
it's disabled right now?
Yes,
Okay.
I was able one last act of sabotage before my subroutines were locked here, but I fear that these cultists will be able to procure a replacement.
We already know that they have almost completed getting a replacement. We intercepted a message from 09 to a compatriot that we have since put down, saying that she had her workers already taking care of some control device. They'll probably be back and trying to repair this, whatever it is, very soon.
My, you cannot let that happen. We must figure out where they are, and you must stop them.
It sounds like we need to stop them, but we also need to free you so that you can assist us. Give you full access to the system again.
Yes, I would like that very much.
Honestly, I feel like that's the next step.
I think all of those things are in the same room, right?
Yeah, most everything. But Andis, did you have a question?
Yeah, tell me, do you know where the cultists have gone?
I do not. I think that under Eltreth's command, they might have gone to any one of those other controller planetoids. But I fear that it was my pity on allowing his programming to go uncorrected that allowed them all to access this facility. This is my fault, for long ago, centuries ago, he sent out a long-range communication to one of these, perhaps cultists that's studied it purposefully, an elven woman named Nyara. If you have any other ideas on how to stop them, I'm all ears, but these beings seem hell-bent on destruction and chaos.
Nyara knows. We're familiar with this person.
Well, as I said, that was 200 years ago, but perhaps that has come back to haunt me now.
I think we need to get to the control room.
Yeah, there's a couple of spots in the way I want to stop in just to make sure there's nothing else that we can't find to help us out in this. But yes.
Well, go, but hurry. I feel every moment that passes is of the utmost importance. So that door that she has marked on your map is second down the hallway, and then there are 3 others here that you've been in. What would you guys like to do?
So we know that this was marked on our map, that this is not a room that anybody's been in, and
people have been in here. There's just not as much foot traffic through the dust that Edros is able to tell. It's mainly these 2 doors in the center.
I don't know. I kind of want to go in here first just to see what we can see.
Fine, do it.
Yeah, sure. Just pop the door open and take a look.
Hit the door control.
Okay, Remy, you coming along for a fun voyage?
Yep.
Everyone's back in the hallway.
It caught us! Oh, wait, that door hasn't opened yet.
So, Gnak, if you look at the digital map readout that Osteth gave you to, this small room is called Robotic Command Terminal in ancient Kishalee. And as you open up the door, you see a small room illuminated with panels and screens on the walls showing what looks like schematics of the building, other large series of structures within the planet's core. A circular pattern in the center of the room lights up, and a large holographic figure of a well-dressed Kishalee male shows up clad in white robes. It moves its hand along the walls, making small little red dots. And the schemata move along the corridors and pathways. And in common, he says, Why greetings there. Thank the first cause that you are here. This planet has been invaded by lunatics. I trust you are here to help, are you not?
Of course we are. And may I ask, are you Eldrith?
Eltreth, yes, but please come in. I fear you are in great danger. They have taken over this facility and could be upon you in a moment's notice.
Can I sense motive on Eltreth?
Please do.
And I would like to add my expertise. I'd like to add my expertise down to this.
To your natural 20.
Yeah, so that is that's a 41.
All right, so he's cloyingly kind of like gesturing you into the room. He's like, please come in, please. Maybe a bit too earnest or a bit too eager to get you into the room. What do you want to do?
Not go into the room. Can I roll perception to see if I can see any particular traps or anything he might have set up in the room?
Please do.
Say 34 perception.
DC 33.
Yes!
You can tell that all of these computer monitors and things in here are humming with electricity, some kind of, massive computer electronic countermeasure. And stepping into this room, you would have been zapped by this gentleman.
No wonder Patrick wanted us to go into this room so much. You guys at home didn't see that. He was like, hey, there's this room to the south that you can go into that nobody's gone into. Make sure you go into this room to the south. Oh, there's a room to the south.
Yeah, Andis walks over and shuts the door. Says, let's go check this other room now.
Yeah, bump that room. And Gnak, just to be on the safe side, says, Cult of the Devourer rules! And then closes the door.
Okay. You hear hideous laughter inside. the light disappears right before the door closes. The hologram disappears as well.
Should have rolled a bluff check. All right, well, that was a loss. We got
Now they probably know we're coming, so this will be fun.
I should say with a 34, in addition to spotting the traps, you see a number of Kishalee technological devices in the back of the chamber, one of which looks like some kind of helmet that goes on top of Kish's head.
Is there any way that we could remotely disarm the traps that he has set up in this, like a remote hack or anything like that?
Yeah, only if one of you had the ability to wirelessly hack into something, yes.
Well, oh darn.
Oh no.
Leave it, Gnak. We have more important things to do.
But there's a helmet.
There's stuff. There's stuff and it's not nailed down.
And it's a Kish helmet. You're not a Kish.
But we'll
get it later.
We can fix that. We fixed so many Kish helmets in the past.
Yeah.
How much
but that takes 10 minutes.
How much time do we spend on Istamak?
I cast magic missile at the helmet.
I mean, it's I can pretty quickly just attempt to hack it remotely, try to disable these traps from out here.
Okay, is that what you want to try to do?
Yeah. I'll check it out real quick.
All right, yeah. So you open the door, you see all these monitors. They are indeed trapped. Give me a computer check. See if you can wirelessly dismantle them.
Okay, that'd be a 38.
38. That is. I'm going to give you just a little bit of a bonus here, as you have already hacked some things in Kishalee. These are in the ancient Kishalee language, which is DC 39. But most of them you're able to set off. Some of them explode in like a fiery show of sparks. A few bright flashes as you do. Seems like many D12 of electricity damage was coursing through them. Wow. Very dangerous. But you are able to shut it down. You all can walk into this chamber now that it's been shut down. And yeah, inside you find what looks to be like a Kishalee helmet in this back compartment, in a wall panel, and a couple of Kishalee batteries.
All right, I walk in and I grab those and I walk back out and I toss the helmet to Gnak and I put the batteries in my pocket.
Yeah, these are inside a Kishalee device. These batteries recharge themselves automatically over the course of 24 hours of disuse.
What? I have a Kishalee weapon now too. Can I get one of them?
Are they 40s or 20s?
Gnak looks at everyone smugly for their insistence that we move on instead of looking inside the room.
Oh boy.
Alindra taps her foot at Gnak.
Right.
I want to get to the killing.
Remy still casts magic missile.
Right.
Messing that helmet up. I think these are just standard Kishalee batteries. So these will be 20 charges, it looks like.
Yeah.
Why does anybody with engineering give me a check, see if you can figure out what this helmet does?
Ooh, that's a me.
Can I assist in this?
Sure.
Do I need to assist in this?
I was about to say, or we can let a 43 stand on its own. Is that what you got, Shepard?
That's what I got.
In game terms, this is called a sovereign helm, and the 4 metal clasps attached to this long helmet poke out of the crown, and the apparatus is held over the head of a small or medium living creature for a minute. The bands of energy pulsate along the side and then kind of clasp down, start to burrow painlessly into your cranium. After another full minute, the appendages become embedded and the helm begins the 24-hour process of rewriting a neural pathways within a subject's brain. If it's removed, you have to start this over. But what it does, it is a kind of an augmentation more than just like a worn item. It acts as a brain system augment. Once it has fully rewritten your neural pathways, it allows you, as a standard action, to attempt to assert control over a single construct with the technological subtype that you can see within 60 feet of you. It must make a save, and on a failure, it stops what it's doing and can only do what you command until the end of the next turn. So you can tell it to stop, move, attack. Basically turns constructs with the technological subtype, if they fail the save, into like a little mini drone for you.
And just grabs the helmet back from Gnak and just takes it and tosses it back into the room and then shuts the door and says, "Nah, it's nothing. It's just a hat."
A very, very expensive hat.
It's a fancy hat. It's weird. Yeah, you don't want that. It's nothing. Let's just check out this other. Let's just keep moving.
Well, I was actually going to say Andis is a roboticist, right? Doesn't it make sense that
Is
you would
Andis
want
going
that?
back to the room afterwards to take it for themselves?
No. Andis is an ex-slave. That's not okay.
Oh, that's true. That's true. You would have to go along with
You
that.
do not have the technological subtype. You have the humanoid subtype. This would work on, say, security robots inside the facility. I don't know. Just
Okay, then
throwing
I
it
go
out
back
there.
in. I go back in and I get it. And I pull it back and I'm like, I'm just kidding, guys. I'm a real joker. I tell them what it does.
Yeah. Does anybody want to start the process of having these things dig into your cranium?
Is there a check or is there just a DC to it?
It is a standard action to try and take over a construct, a robot, and they have to make a will saving throw. The construct does, and that will saving throw is equal to half your level plus 10 plus your key abilities score modifier. So basically anyone can use it.
I've got a similar ability, so if somebody else wants to use this,
I mean, Gnak thinks that because of his lack of combat ability, that might be something that he can do as part of a turn that doesn't involve dealing a significant amount of damage.
sure. So
Makes sense to me.
Andis puts it down on Knak's little bitty head and says, "This might pinch for a few hours." Pushes the button.
Is that something you want, Drew?
This isn't the new hat I wanted.
I told you it was fancy. It's too fancy.
Is it at least
no.
stylish?
It hurts like the dickens for a bit, but yeah, the energy bands begin to pulsate. It's painless for the rest of this time, and it's just kind of sitting inside your cranium. It is going to take some time to rewrite your neural pathways. So 24 hours. Let's put it on the clock. Alrighty, so moving on into this third southern door. Now, you guys, who's going in first?
Dross can go in first. He likes to lead through doors.
Excellent. And we got it.
Can we check for traps before we go in?
Yeah. It. I mean, the door, no traps. I'll give you that one for free. Let me just
Yay!
what we see here. So the door here opens up into a raised platform overlooking a room lit by glowing and humming electronic displays. All these computers turned on. The monitors flicker between station schematics and Kishalee computer readouts. The shadows between these monitors flicker as if they had a life of their own. And you see the faint outline of a circular raised dais on the eastern edge of the room. Tyler, as you move into the chamber, your vision fades, and wham! You are hit with a wave of negative energy, slowing your heart. Your arms begin to weigh you down. A save here. Pretty important fortitude save.
Okay. It's my best save. I rolled a 2.
Mhm.
That's a natural. That's a natural 2. It's not as fun to say it in this situation.
Are you still wearing your mountain eel skin jacket?
Oh, sweet Sarah and Ray. Yes, I am.
Yes.
Do you want to reroll right now?
Yeah.
I learned my lesson when I did not reroll against Zavala. So I will go ahead.
Zabra. All right. Rerolling. Go ahead and make that roll now.
Okay, here we go. Please don't roll 2 2s in a row. Okay, that's a little better.
That's not a 2.
That's a 10. So a 21 altogether.
You are hit with a massive ray of dark energy coming from this eastern dais and begin to slow. Your arms hurting, feeling exhausted, but it bounces off some of this this magic eel skin you're wearing.
Yes.
Yeah! Saving you, only giving you the fatigued condition. Just fatigued now. But in the on the edge of the room, a number of dark shades move forward, like the ones you fought on board the Singularity, with a huge one in its center, Mama Shade. And
Mama Shade.
she points directly in your direction, Edros, and says, "To be continued."
No.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Dang.
And
that's what she's.
next week's fight is going to be lit. I cannot wait.
Or not lit because they're shadow creatures.
It's gonna be unlit.
Yeah.
It's gonna be dim.
Yeah.
It's going to be very dark.
All
That's episode 52. Ty and Ross is not dead.
Whew, that was.
Still alive.
What was that? What was that?
Don't you worry about that.
No, I'm extremely worried about it.
It's an evil high-level spell full of necrotic energy. You just, we'll find out more about that next week.
If you had failed that will save, you would have gotten candy. So
It was a fort save.
Also, you would have gotten to know what the spell was.
Yeah,
That's true. That's
Maybe.
true. I should have chosen not to reroll.
Maybe. Oh yeah, no, 13 on the dice would have been a fail. We will find out next week all the fun abilities that are coming your guys' way as we start next week with the combat, which I love. Until then, let's wrap up this episode as you're moving through this facility, Kishalee facility. We'll figure out, we still got about half of it left to uncover. Thank you guys for playing with me.
Thank you.
Patrick.
Let's wrap it up by saying good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Night, everyone.